Hello, it's Charlotte from Azulfit, and today what I wanted to cover off was Cobra Pose. It's the pose that we do quite often in isolation, but also within our sun salutation. And it's a pose that often I'm asked about because it doesn't feel as smooth and fluid as it probably should, or as we'd like it to. So let's take a look at the component parts and see if we can't better understand what's happening in the body and how we can encourage the body to start to feel that sense of beautiful extension and fluidity as we come up. We start with what's happening in the legs. Okay, so the legs are in an internally rotated position. And so what I'm looking for is the sense that all 10 toes, specifically the toenails, are pressing down into the floor. Okay, that actively engages the back line of my body. It's an internal rotation, so we'll naturally, you'll feel as though the legs are firm and long and extended back behind you. Okay, so I'm not squeezing my glutes, I'm just turning the legs inwards, pressing the toes down, and that naturally does all the work for me through the back of the legs. Then coming to the hands, the hand position and the shoulders, which are of course very, very important. So I lay the body down, roll the shoulders back and spread through the fingers. Now it's important that we roll the shoulders back because quite often when we get down into this position from transition in the flow, we find that we're up here. Shoulders are up by the ears. So I think it's quite helpful when practicing the pose in isolation to work with the hands off of the floor and the tops of the shoulders to hold shoulder heads away from the ears. So we find that sense of space. We draw the elbows in and back so that we've got the muscles of the back engaged and switched on, drawing everything back and down and creating space here up around the ears. The other thing, once we've got the hands planted down onto the floor, is how we're pushing. Okay, so we're not pushing down. This isn't just an arm extension. This is a spinal extension, it's a back bend. So we want the correct muscles of the body to switch on, and we do that by feeling as though we're pushing the hands forward towards the top of the mat. Okay? Rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the elbows in, press the hands forward, and you can see I get a natural lift. The muscles of the back switch on, I glide up, and exhale to come down. Pressing the hands forward engages those muscles at the back and makes me feel as though I'm extending my whole body from crown of the head to the toes, which are pointed and pressing down. And so hopefully, just by looking at those few things, we can start to find an expression of Cobra that really works for us. So give those things a try. Thank you once again for joining me. Namaste.